Hello everyone and welcome back to Batman Arkham Asylum, and in this part we're going to be kind of going through the story. At the same time we're just going to be like exploring around, collecting Riddler stuff, and just kind of taking a breather. We might occasionally get this throughout the playthrough, is just kind of these off parts where it's like hunting down Riddler stuff, or you know, things like that, where we're just taking a little bit of time away from the plot to just kind of wind down, look for optional collectibles and whatnot, and just be on our merry way, let's say. It's interesting doing videos on this game again, because the last time I did a video on it was the review, which was my first review ever on YouTube. And it's still a review I'm very proud of, despite the fact that, like, when I look at it now, this is the case for everybody who's done reviews on YouTube. We can pretty much all say the same thing, but like, I watch it and I just visibly, like, it's just so hard to, watch, like. It's like I want to enjoy it, but at the same time, there's so much wrong with it, and I like the whole creative process behind it was just a to me, it was a nightmare, especially for someone who never really did anything like this beforehand. So it's like, what are you gonna do? But I think now I've pretty much found my footing on how I kind of approach it. And it is interesting, continuing on doing these reviews and, playing all these games. And, right now, we're in the Marvel Marathon, which if things had worked out, then we'd be like dozens of reviews ahead. But because of the computer problems and whatnot, we're just finishing up the Marvel videos. But, yeah, I want to say, let's see, I think it was it was right after my night review where the whole computer problems happened, and, the laptop basically crapped itself, and, I had to move on and get a PC, which I'm, playing right now. And, yeah, like, it is quite the difference looking over on a monitor rather than like on a small computer screen. But yeah, Arkham Asylum was a labor of love trying to get that video made, and I'm probably going to talk about it at a later time in a dedicated video. But like, the struggles that came about during the editing process, like, I literally had to start from scratch at one point because something kind of fucked up royally. But I was able to make my deadline, or at least my release window, it was September 19th, which was Batman Day. Yeah. And it was quite a process, because like, I started working on the video like late, it was around mid to late August, I want to say. And then after a while, it was like day and night trying to get the video made. And I wanted to try and have all the Arkham games done by at least like January or something like that. I didn't think it would take me as long as I did to just do the Arkham games, but September was Asylum. I was gonna try and shoot City for October. That didn't work because of problems that kind of just came up, personal issues and whatnot. And then Origins worked out really nicely, but it was never intended to be like, because I released that video right before Christmas Eve of 2020, and it worked out great because the game is set during Christmas. So I was just like, okay, I think I can make this work. And it was another thing too where I thought I was going to be super late on it. Just be like, I'm never going to finish this video, but I somehow did. It was a miracle, but I did that. Blackgate was supposed to be delayed by a couple months. So I was just like, okay, I think I can, try and get it out, a couple months after December. And I needed to kind of wind down a little bit too. So I was like, all right, I'll just release it a couple months later. Oh yeah, right here I decided to show off a couple of achievements you can get. The first one is catching a remote control batarang. And the second one here is you need to cover a certain amount of distance for a glide. So the best way to do it is go to on top of the Arkham Mansion and then make your way to the door here. But yeah, now we're just moving on. But yeah, and the night was the end of May, I want to say. May, early June, that, time. Which, talk about videos I thought I would never finish because, like, after the Blackgate video, which I want to say I did like a few weeks, like I finished a few weeks beforehand. And right afterwards, I started work on Arkham Knight, and that was a fucking dauntless project for sure. But I think now with my reviews I'm a little bit more like, I'm a little bit more strict on how much I work on it. I could spend days at a time just getting entire sections of the video done, which has been the case for some of these videos. Like the Wolverine video was a little bit more delayed than I thought it would be. But oh yeah, side tangent here. I love this Batmobile design so much. Like it's a great blend of the animated series, like Batman '89 and a couple other cars. Like I think outside of '89, like this is in the animated series, it's probably my favorite Batmobile. It's my favorite video game Batmobile, that is, anyway. But yeah. So another thing I forgot to mention is besides the trophies, the teeth, and the perspective rolls, there's also maps, which helps display certain ones on the map, of course. You can't, like I mentioned in a previous part, you can't really pinpoint it since they do like shake around in a specific area, but if you can nail down what area that is, then you should be able to find it like no problem. Another thing I love about the riddles is just the amount of XP you get too. If you play the game like I am, like you can get all the upgrades before the end of the game. There's a lot there for sure. So just keep an eye out and follow a guide if you need to, and then yeah, you're set. You can get upgrades faster than intended. The way I am getting upgrades for this playthrough, it's not the definitive way, but like it does help, especially with the critical combo strikes, and then also the inverted takedown too. Like that's a really good one to get from the start, I think. If you're playing the game good, then you don't really need the health upgrades. But they can come in handy for like, say you're playing on like normal or something like that. Some bosses do take a lot of health, and also stealth sections, if you get caught, like I mentioned, can be a pain. So yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah. But yeah, the Marvel videos, it's been quite an interesting task. Because I laid the games out for myself. I'm like, okay, these are not like terribly bad. The one I knew that I was probably gonna get like the most, time on was probably Marvel Spider-Man. Since that is a massive game. But yeah, I was I'm always super worried in how these reviews are going to turn out. And like surprisingly, the Iron Man video did way better than I thought it would have. I mean, it's over 100 views, which isn't really much to some people, but like, say for me, who's never really done reviews beforehand, like that's pretty good, all things considered. They're just like, that video did better than all of my Arkham videos. I mean, at the time of this recording, but yeah, it's nuts how well that video did. All right, so we're tracking some more clues of, we're tracking this one by Gordon here, involving his pipe.
It was a birthday gift I gave him last year.
So instead of tracking breath, we're tracking...
He's left me a trail to follow. He's alive, Barbara.
Spit, I guess? Or just tobacco? Something like that. I don't know. You think Gordon would be the type of person that would be into, like, chewing tobacco and all that kind of stuff? Probably not. Chewing tobacco, like, if you chew it for long enough, really does fuck up your, your system, like your jaw, your mouth and your jaws and stuff. It's fucking gnarly, dude. The stuff I've seen for that is, like, is pretty bad. I watched a video in elementary school that, like, scarred me for fucking life. like the kind of shit that I saw just from chewing tobacco alone. There was a lot of stuff in school, which, when I think back on it, I'm like, it really skews me out. There was one particular memory I have involving praying mantises. It was like eating a fly or something like that, but it's just the stance that it was in, and like how massive it seemed, and just how quick it struck. Like that fucking stays with you, man. And there's a little bit of fear there, but it's like, it's not too big of a fear, I'd say. Fucking Joker teeth, you piece of shit. Let's see what upgrades we can get. We're getting some armor. It seems good, I guess. I mean, it'll come in handy, for sure. I mean, this is not the way to go, but I figured I'd show this off anyway. I mean, I do like this moment here with Harley and stuff. But, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so with that, we're going to end the part and pick it up next time and hopefully find a way into the hospital and, yeah, all that type of stuff. So, be sure to join us next time for more Batman Arkham Asylum goodness. But, if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Be sure to follow me on all my social media, which you can find in the video description. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, Twitch, all of that is there. Plus other channels like the review channel, as mentioned, which you can check out my Arkham Asylum review. And then, yeah, be sure to watch my podcast too. I'd appreciate it if you did. Anyway, I will see you all next time. Thank you all so much for watching. And of course, don't forget to take care of yourselves. See ya.